Good evening, guys. This is Kishwar, and welcome back to my new and improved channel, which will now be called The Talking Pigskin. Yes, it's already been a year since we talked about last NFL season. Last year was my first year doing YouTube videos and predicting each week's game. Thank you all for your support and watching all those videos I made. It meant a lot. It actually gave me all the energy to do for this season as well. Going forward, you'll see new videos on my channel every Wednesday night, which will give you predictions or any fantasy questions you may have for all the fantasy leagues coming up, as well as any player updates or any team updates. I will provide as much information as I can for you guys. With all that being said, from now until kickoff, which we have about a month, I will discuss every division we have in the National Football League. Tonight I will start off with AFC and NFC West, and next week I'll move on to the South, followed by the North, and last but not least, the East. Without further ado, let's jump right into the AFC West. Let's see. The Chargers, the Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Raiders all are in a very good shape this year. Without a doubt, I believe Oakland Raiders, with the addition of Marshawn Lynch, will greatly help their offense. Their defense, led by Khalil Mack, will be average at best. I don't think they have enough playmakers all around that defense. However, they just have enough players to make sure the Raiders can stay in every game, because Derek Carr will be flinging that ball out almost every possession. With the addition of Marshall Newhouse at the left tackle position is also helpful. Also, they added Jared Cook, a tight end that will greatly help. And I believe Raiders will finish out the season 11-5. Now let's move on to the second place in the West. I believe the Kansas City Chiefs will finish their season at 9-7, with the new draft pick Patrick Mahomes lurking behind Alex Smith. I don't think he lasts the entire season. With Jeremy Maclin out of the team, with Chris Conley stepping into his role, I'm not sure how that's going to play out for the Chiefs. They always have a good defense. However, I think their offense took a big step back with the loss of Maclin, just because they don't have a deep threat anymore. Tyreek Hill is good. He was a rookie. He's a speedster, but I'm not sure how well he's going to be in the second year. Spencer Ware, he actually won with my fantasy league last year, so I'm expecting him to do well again. But as for Alex Smith, I don't have enough faith in him, so I'm not going to have the Chiefs going back to the playoffs this year and have them finish at 9-7. Now, third place in this division will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, I know it's a shocker, but I think Phillip Rivers have enough weapons to get the job done this year. Well, when I say get the job done, as in be away from the basement of AFC West. I think they can have a decent season and finish an 8-8. Rivers, as great as he is, he just doesn't have the defense to carry that team. Mike Williams, their rookie first-round pick, will most likely be out. So Travis Benjamin will be taking his spot. I don't think that's going to be a good thing for the Chargers. However, I just feel that Phillip Rivers is due for a good season. It's just that his defense won't be able to carry him throughout the year, and they'll finish at 8-8. And the last team in that division will be the Denver Broncos. Yes, the mighty Broncos that once won a Super Bowl so long ago, just 2-3 years ago. I don't think they just have the right team this year. With the new head coach in place in Vance Joseph, they'll be a very defensive-minded team. The defense will be as good as advertised with Von Miller and Chris Harris and them boys. But as for offense, I don't think Trevor Siemian and Paxton Lynch are either cut out for the job. With the addition of an injury-prone Jamal Charles, C.J. Anderson may catch a break here and there because they will be a run-heavy offense. But I don't think the Broncos will make much noise this year, as they will finish 6-10 in the basement of AFC West. Now moving on to the NFC West. This division could get interesting, but I still think Seattle Seahawks will win this division with an 11-5 record. With the addition of Luke Joeckel at left guard and Eddie Lacy, a much lighter Eddie Lacy, I might add, as the Seahawks have incentives in his contract where he has to drop a certain to weight. I think with Thomas Rawls and Eddie Lacy running back by committee can actually help out Russell Wilson a lot. As you know, their receiving core is average at best with Jimmy Graham, who did not have a great season last year. Maybe he can bounce back, but I still think that defense is still good. The Legion of Boom will always be a formidable unit to go against, and I believe Seahawks will get it done and finish in first. And the second place team in that division, I believe, will be the Arizona Cardinals. With the loss of Michael Floyd opposite Larry Fitzgerald, John Brown has to now start in his place. I don't think Carson Palmer has any left anymore. I believe he will get injured. Unfortunately, I don't wish that on him. I just think his age is going to catch up to him. Drew Stanton is the quarterback, and Blaine Gabbert is the third string. They will end up finishing out the season. However, if Palmer does stay healthy, maybe, just maybe, because Bruce Arians is the quarterback whisperer, they might try to push the Seahawks, but I don't see it happening. The defense lost Calais Campbell. That's a big void. Robert Ndici will have to step in and be a great replacement for him, but I don't see that happening as well. I do see them finishing at 9-7. Moving on to the Los Angeles Rams. I keep forgetting now we have two LA teams. The Rams had a miserable season last year. Jared Cook, the number 1 overall pick from last year, didn't have a great season, although he had no weapons around him to work with anyway. With the youngest head coach in the league right now in Sean McVay, they will be very offensive-minded. With Todd Gurley running the ball, they should be able to move the ball a little bit. Tavon Austin, who I still think is overpaid with that ridiculous contract extension from last year, I don't think he will be that good, but with the addition of Robert Woods, I think they can be average at best. I do believe the help of with the addition of Connor Barwin as an outside linebacker can also help that defense. That defense has always been good. I do hope that they fix the contract situation with Aaron Donald, as he's one of the premier nose tackles in the league right now. They're leaving from Jeff Fisher's mindset. I think this team can only go up. They no longer have to suffer from mediocre coaching, so that's always good to see. They will be short of their goals, as they will finish at 6-10. And last but not least, we have the San Francisco 49ers, who are actually trending up from last year with the addition of John Lynch as the GM and Kyle Shanahan as the head coach. I believe they will turn this thing around, just not this year. With the addition of a lot of players on offense, Brian Hoyer, Matt Barkley, Pierre Garçon, I believe this team can probably be a lot more competitive on the field. I don't think that defense will be any good, but I think Kyle Shanahan can work with Brian Hoyer and have some success on the offense. But I still think they'll finish 4-12. They're not going to be that competitive, but give them a couple of years and the Niners should be back. With all that being said, this is your preview for AFC and NFC West divisions. Next week, we'll touch base with NFC and AFC South. Again, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what are your thoughts, if you agree or disagree with the picks that I have. Also, follow me on Twitter now at Talking Pigskin. Always appreciate any followers I get, or would love to talk to all of you about more football and see how the season will play out. Good to be back, guys. See you next week.